Guys, hello people. Just gonna minimize that and it's gone. Anyway, video for you today. I found this website and this guy has done a comparison between Mac versus PC, but here's the main thing you got to bear in mind. This is Mac versus PC for video editing, so don't come back at me with all this gaming rubbish. And I just want to get out of the way very quickly, by the way. Team Edward or Team Jacob, comment below. Anyway, Mac versus PC for video editing. Yeah? So, none of this gaming stuff. Video editing. And here's a debate. The which is better debate has been raging for years. Here's our take on using those two different platforms for video editing. And I can tell you, this is the most biased comparison towards PC I have ever read. It is, in fact, it's beyond usable. It's actually hilarious. It is really funny. Let me just go over some of it. The Mac experience. Okay, what are the key points about the Mac experience? Well, firstly, you'll be seen as cool, as a creative media type, or as someone who's too thick to get to grips with Windows. Now, you're going to have to bear that in mind and remember that for later on. But too thick to get to grips with Windows. Right, so we're being punished because we use an operating system that is simple and makes sense. Yeah? Makes no sense to me, but okay. The unit will be visually appearing, Apple cases are well designed and match the monitors and other peripherals. Okay. What that has got to do with video editing, I do not know. Apple has some good software including iMovie, iDVD and iTunes. Right. I want to highlight a couple of things here. And that is the words iMovie and iDVD video editing. Right. First of all, anyone doing video editing is not going to be using iMovie and iDVD. The people that use iMovie and iDVD are families that are mixing up maybe a family video and just want to burn it to a disc that they can keep and, you know, do this, that and the other. Not video editors, I can assure you. So, right. Also, another thing about this, too thick to get to grips with Windows. I bet you every single person that has used a Mac has also used Windows, so whatever. Also, and iTunes, who uses iTunes for video editing? This is ludicrous. This guy knows nothing. He knows nothing. There's only one butt to kick if his system doesn't work. No getting fobbed off by software manufacturers saying the thingamajig is not. He tries to be clever and funny here, but the point he's trying to make is that lots of software doesn't work with Mac. Okay, right. You PC guys, give me some Mac software. Sorry. You PC guys, give me some Windows software, yeah? And I'll run it on VMware Fusion. Okay. I'm going to give you some Mac software. You just try and run it, yeah? You try and run my Mac software on your Windows computers. So, ignore that. Load of rubbish. I don't know what that's about. This guy makes no sense. Okay. So, blah 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 blah, Mac sucks, Mac sucks, Mac sucks. You can use Final Cut Pro. It's like he doesn't want to say it, but he feels obliged to sneak in this line. He feels like he's doing Mac an injustice if he doesn't mention Final Cut. Well, if I was doing a comparison, Final Cut would be top of the list. I'd talk about it a bit more in depthly because it is one of the most used editors in Hollywood. In Hollywood, the only thing that is used more is Avid, which has been around for a hell of a lot longer. The PC experience. Kick-ass speed, kick-ass speed, kick-ass speed. The top-notch PC always beats the top Mac. Now, we can tell from this sentence that the guy doing this review clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. Kick-ass speed, the top PC always beats the top Mac. That is rubbish. give me a Mac Pro with all the top specs, fully upgraded to the absolute max, and give me one of your Intel i7 PCs. There is no comparison. The only motherboards that I know that you can get that support dual processors only support DDR2 memory. Yeah? Okay, put a link and something, and I may be wrong, but Macs are fast, efficient, much more superior at multitasking. This guy knows nothing. From dual processor operations to 64-bit computing, come out on the PC first. What he's saying is that the PC get all the new stuff first. Okay, let's take the i7 as an example. As soon as the i7 was made and completed, people could buy it. Yep. I'm not going to complain about that. And PC users could custom build computers to have the i7 in before Mac had it. Do you know why? Because Mac, as soon as the i7's released, they take that i7 and they build a computer that can use it. They build a computer. They make a work of art around this processor, and all you guys do is stick it in a custom build. Now, actual companies that sell PCs, for instance Dell, they also took a while to get an i7 computer out. So you talk about custom building computers, that isn't even part of this argument. Do you see what I mean? You should do. Better value, wider choice of components. Okay, yep, you got more components to choose from, but I only need the best components, so that's not a problem. Will be around for a long time to come. Right, Eric Meek, check out his Mac Pro, 4 years old, and is still better than about 95% of Mac Pros on the, or 95% of any workstation on the market. So don't tell me about will be around a long time to come. I know someone that bought a PC 4 years ago and is completely out of date. A lot of the video editing products are only available for PC. This is complete and utter rubbish. Name me one piece of software. Okay, some of the Autodesk software, yeah, which costs around £100,000, which not many people use because it's ridiculously overpriced. However, it is fantastic, but it is a lot of money. Avid and Final Cut, main software is used by anyone. That Mac and PC was that? Cool. Premiere Pro also for both. I mean, I know Hollywood don't use Premiere Pro so much, but it's also for both. So this line, availability of lots of resources. There are so many Mac forums out there. Phenomenal range of software for PC users. Video effect to special effects. Okay, if you're a 3D graphics guy, you will definitely want a PC, because for 3D software, PCs work well. They work well with all the algorithms, the just all the scripting involved, and all the numbers, and you know, and also most 3D software is for PC. So get a PC. However, for video editing, software is available for both, apart from Final Cut, which is only for Mac. Only for Mac. Best video editing products are available for the PC only. No. Incorrect. Competition is good. That means component prices. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. Some people too do drop the money, and you can get a really good cheap PC, but the quality of the build is not as good. Once you get to grips with the interface menu sets, okay, he's saying that Windows is a challenge to get to grips with. Too thick to get the grips with Windows. This guy is a total noob. Oh, sorry. I just realised you'll have to put up with silly names like iMovie, DVD and iTunes. First of all, no one uses iTunes for video editing. Silly names. Someone who is concerned about the name of the software they're using, yeah, it's rubbish. I don't care if I'm using a piece of software called Dave's Got a Hairy Back, yeah. If it is the best piece of software ever made, I would still use it. iMovie and iDVD. This guy's ridiculous. He obviously knows nothing. Put out with silly names like iMovie. Why does he keep on mentioning iTunes? What has that got to do with video editing? Oh, by the way, guy, iTunes is actually also available for PC. So, and it's also the most used audio library system thingamajig. What call it? He actually doesn't even know. It's actually what do you call it is actually what you meant to write, or whatchamacallit, and he can't even write that, but you know, what you may call it. This guy's off his trolley. So overall, this guy has just been owned. In fact, I'm going to get QuickTime, go up to the top, file. I'm not actually going to record, but I just want you to see me say, sorry, I apologise about my hair. You just got owned, big time. Whoever wrote this article, you suck, you know nothing, and Maxar got better software overall. So, yep, I'll speak to you guys soon. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll be back soon. See ya.